Hey guys, how you doing? This is Kaylana, the Blessed Driver here, and so today I wanted to talk with you briefly about Postmates. And I know over the past several months, some of you guys have asked me about Postmates and how I'm doing, because I know initially when I first started my channel, I was kind of like doing Postmates a lot, especially since they had launched here in the Orlando area. Excuse me, I think I got something on my eye. Anyway, yes, so yeah, I kind of stopped doing it for a while because I was kind of focused more on Instacart at that time and some of the other platforms. But I recently started doing it off and on. And I did a video a while back, I think about 2 months. No, actually it was back in June. And I gave a shout out to one of my viewers, subscribers. And so I actually delivered to her, which I didn't know. So that was a blessing. But right now, I'm kind of grateful about it because, and I'm kind of like so-so. Because Postmates, I think they could do so well, at least in most areas, if they just got their stuff together. Meaning, like, okay, right now they offered instant payouts, which I'm so glad that they finally started to do, meaning that you can cash out instantly instead of you waiting every 4 days or a couple of weeks to get your money. And sometimes they had issues with dispersing the payments to a lot of us. And so, like, I've encountered that where it took them almost 2 weeks for them to give me my money, and it was processing. Why that happens, I don't know. Like, I've heard stories, like, people were saying that, like, you know, they only do that just to hold the money so they can collect interest in the bank. I mean, I don't know. And so Postmates is actually with several different vendors, like many vendors. And so especially with some of the chains, such as like CVS, I think, and I believe they're also with Trader Joe's now. And so you can also pick up groceries and stuff like that. So you know, there's potential with them. But like I said, they don't quite have their act together. Now, being able to cash out, I think, is a plus, especially for those who have probably been complaining or maybe submitted them to them suggestions of us being able to cash out more sooner, just like with Uber Eats and how we're able to cash out, even with DoorDash. And I think that's a good thing, especially coming from all of us or from you guys who have maybe you know, submitted complaints or suggestions on offering those types of incentives to us to be able to cash out whenever we want. And I think that's a great thing. I think that they're trying, you know, but however, there's a lot of things that I think that needs to be fixed. I did see an article that, and I think I posted it on my Facebook Blessed Driver page. I think I did, I can't remember, but basically how Postmates is like crossing over to being like $1 billion company. And so like something in regards to like their IPO, whatever. So I have to find the link to the article, but they're supposed to be also expanding some of their services and things like that. So I think that's a great thing. However, I still think they have a lot of work to do because especially in how they treat some of the drivers. Now, this may not be necessarily applicable to you guys or to anybody else, but for most, I would say for most drivers, because a lot of people feel like, even myself, feel like their rating system isn't that great, because Postmates rating system is kind of along the lines of DoorDash, where if your rating gets below a certain amount, then they'll deactivate you. There's no mediation. There is no counseling. There is no warning. They will just straight up deactivate you. Now, they might have that inclusion of the disclaimer right underneath your customer rating. They may say ratings below 4.5 may result in deactivations and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. Whatever. And so I still think that's kind of unfair, especially knowing that there are people that order food and say that there's something wrong with it when it's not, or customers may say, hey, my order was late when it wasn't, or say that they never received it when they did, or maybe there's something wrong with the order itself in reality, but because of how it's packaged, you can't open it up and see for yourself what's in it and how it was prepared per se. And so that could also result in you getting a poor rating. There are circumstances beyond our control that could result in poor ratings. And so, and I know with Postmates, their policies and their ratings are a lot more stricter to me than DoorDash, because with Postmates, I think the ratings have to be at least above, I want to say 4.7 or 4.6, which basically have to be at a level 5, you know, because ratings go from like 1 to 5. And so when you think about it, who's going to actually get a 5 all the time? Now, there are some drivers who do, or couriers who do very well, and they make very good money, and their ratings are very high. However, there are others that actually do their job and their ratings are kind of poor. And so it's crazy. And so I think that once Postmates fix that, they can be able to get more people to drive out there on the road, and also in how we're paid as well can also be a benefactor to that, because I know most people don't want to get there to drive for like $4 or $5 or $3 or $4 or whatever, and so that's kind of along the lines with some of the other delivery companies. And you know, I just kind of think that once they fix that, they'll be okay. Because I'm saying this, if you guys notice, if you look in your app, this may not be applicable to all of you guys, but I know for me, I constantly get pop-ups, I mean all the time, emails all the time, like literally sometimes more than once a day, of them saying, hey, get on the road and refer more drivers, you know, and they're always trying to get more people to deliver for them or to, you know, do their services, but they wonder why they can't keep couriers. And that is because their rating system is terrible. Like, Postmates, come on now, tighten up, you know, like you really think that people that order from you guys or use their services are really gonna like tell the truth all the time, like customers, you know? And I mean, there are people out here who really have faith in this company, or who really wanted to give it a shot, and because of how the ratings is, you know, and also, and sometimes the pay, and sometimes like the payout would take weeks. Like, who wants to work for a company like that? Think about it. And so they're always trying to get us to, you know, to refer people. And my thing is, I believe in being honest and telling the truth. Like, yeah, it'd be great to refer you guys, like, you know, because I have, but I want to let you guys know the pros and cons of this company at this time. But I see things are kind of evolving, they're changing, which is a great thing. And like I said, I think Postmates has a lot of potential, but instead of trying to focus on referrals and trying to get people out there on the road and give them all these bonuses, they need to focus on that money that they're trying to give out to other people to refer, and fix stuff, like fix their rating system, like change things, and you know, focus on their marketing, you know, instead of trying to, you know, get all these customers to spend their money and stuff. I mean, there's a lot to be done, but like I said, they have a lot of potential, and I think that the company is they're growing. I mean, from what I've read in some of the articles online, you know, the company has a lot of great potential. However, I think a lot of companies like this, especially dealing with the technology market and the gig and also the gig economy age, they're so focused on growth and also the bottom line, which is money, of course. But they're not looking at the company as a whole as it affects the drivers. And I think that they're trying to get there. Because it's kind of hard to really say at this point, especially dealing with, you know, the company as a whole, and, you know, us as drivers, you know, we have to kind of look at the fact that, okay, you know, we're going to make only but so much until the company does better. Now, some of you guys do great in Postmates. Like, some people can do it full time, you know, and I'm telling you, like, Postmates has a lot of potential, you know, like I said before, but like, I just feel like they need to change that rating system. I'm glad that they made changes slowly, but as far as like being able to cash out instantly, and like they made some other minor adjustments, which is good, but they need to fix that rating thing. Because you guys are going to have a revolving door, fire people for the wrong reasons just because their ratings were low. Even if they did do a good job, even if the customers rated them wrong, they get the punishment for that. Like, you may send them a warning, hey, this is your rating for the week, but they always send that email like after, like, you've done your deliveries for a week, so you might get that rating once a week. Now, hopefully, they might change that so we can see your ratings every day, and that would be great for us to be able to see that. But right now, they're not doing that, and so, but like I said, y'all, I do it every once in a while, and so, and I think that now that some drivers see that you can cash out instantly, they might have the ability to, or maybe the foresight to actually get out on the road to do more deliveries for the company, because they can actually cash out more, and that's a good thing. But I think even like their payment system and how some of the couriers are paid, not being able to get paid as much and not being able to make much. But, you know, like I said, you guys, the same template that I use for Uber Eats and DoorDash and Grubhub or whatever, like, I do it for all of them. And so you can always send like a thank you follow up to the customers. And how you want to edit that, that's up to you, because I did that in my previous video. And so for me, like, I'm more concerned with my ratings than I am with tips most of the time, because sometimes it's going to be a rating that's going to be able to keep you on the platform or not sometimes, and that's kind of unfortunate, but that's just how it is. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. And if you guys don't know that or weren't aware of that, especially here in Orlando, tipping is available. And so like now we can, not tipping, but tipping, like cashing out is available instantly. And so instead of you guys waiting for days and weeks to get your money, you can cash out instantly. And so that's great. And so if you guys are concerned about tips, you know, definitely you can use your own template, but I wouldn't necessarily ask a customer for tips. I would never do that. But there's ways that you can kind of like word things and kind of encourage them to rate you in the app, and then they can have the I guess ability to tip however they feel like it. But yeah, so I wanted to let you guys know how that went. And also, before I go, I did a video last week when me and my son went to Stetson University for open house, because like I said, he's a junior in high school and he's looking at different colleges. And so I tried to upload the video a couple days ago, and for some reason it crashed. Something was wrong with it. I don't know what happened. So I will try to get that back to you guys to kind of show you guys how it went. It was kind of fun. So yeah, anyway, hope this helped you guys. If you guys have any questions, you can leave a comment, or you can also email me. I prefer questions being sent to my email instead of them in my comment box. You know, and so yeah, God bless y'all. Peace out.